Actually, I meant to ask you, Rachel, yesterday, that when you signed on to play Christine Palmer, did you do a binge reading of comics to get up to speed with all this?
I did read, Scott sent a few my way that I looked at, and I looked at, she's sort of an amalgamation of a bunch of different characters, so there wasn't one particular place to go to, which I was kind of excited about because she could be kind of a new invention in a way. Sure. I looked at a lot of Nightcrawler because she's in a lot of those, and and I've been getting up to speed with, I was reading Judy Blume when I was
Oh, sure.
a teenager.
As you should.
So
right.
I've been kind of getting up to speed on the comic universe, but I love graphic novels. I just devour those now. So I love the medium, and I think it translates to film. It's just such a perfect matchup. So I'm still learning though.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it's always a learn. Yeah. Who's next? Who has a question? Yes, right over here on the aisle.
Benedict, the key to the Doctor Strange is at the beginning is his arrogance, his confidence, smartest guy in the room, and the fall and the humbling he goes through. Is that like playing Holmes, or is that completely different?
Well, I'd say that fall's still going on, to be honest, in that particular franchise. But so no, I'd say it's slightly different. I mean, there's in the Venn diagram of similarities, there is the crossover of clever and arrogant, I suppose, and workaholic. But, Strange is a materialist. He's egocentric, yes, but he's got charm and he's witty. He's liked by his colleagues. He's had relationships with them. He's not, he's not the sort of cut-off outsider, sociopathic, asexual, obsessive that Sherlock is. So, there's a world of difference, and he doesn't, he lives in New York and eats bagels every now and again, so that's also different. He's a man of the world, as opposed to Sherlock, who isn't. What's say on that? Sorry.
Who's next? Yes. Hi, Kit. Right over here in the middle, if you can.
Rachel, I know everyone got to kind of do some fun stuff. Did you kind of want to say, hey, let me just do it for a second. Let me just do the whole hand thing. How is it?
I mean, sure. Now, hearing Tilda talking about it now, I'm like, yeah, I could dig that. But my mom's a nurse, and I did not inherit that gene. It's just why I'm up here right now. But I was always fascinated by what she did because it was so far from anything I really understood. So to get to delve into the medical side of things and shadow I met this incredible female neurosurgeon in Toronto, and we had a great neurosurgeon on set, and I got to I was given the offer to go in an evac helicopter and do a weekend, which I'm so sad I had to turn down because I'm a terrible flyer and I am really queasy about blood. So I thought I would be more of a hindrance to that operation than a help. So I declined that. But everything else was super fascinating. And in a pinch, I could probably suture someone up now. So and it was so nice to wear scrubs all the time. When he was putting that cloak on and sweating buckets, I was...
You were doing your nails.
I was doing
Yeah, still waiting.
Yeah. So, I learned a lot on this in a different way.
Who's next? Yes, you. Yeah, you. Raising your hand right there.
Thank you. My question is for Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch. And in the movie, Doctor Strange says to the Ancient One, how do I get from here to there? So who is that one person for you that you're always striving to get to their level of expertise?
Wow, I wish there was one that would simplify my answer, but the truth is I get to work with a whole cast of them almost every job, but this job in particular was extraordinary. I mean, everyone on it was helping me raise my game, and in every level. Rachel's just talked about Scrubland. I mean, that was a very detailed world, and to watch her craft, to watch her scalpel-like precision, pun intended, with just delineating exactly what was going on, where Christine was in that moment, and it helped map out an entire world that I knew my character was shifting away from, but had to be completely invested with, hopefully like the audience is at the beginning, and through the duration of the film when he crashes back into it. From Tilda treading this incredible line between being ancient and wise and yet ever youthful as she is, and just incredibly now and present and not something old and fusty, and just doing it with grace and charm and good nature that all of the cast of this had. Chiwetel, who I've worked with before, again, to watch him construct Mordo and see the complexity of his journey as well come to fruition. I mean, all of it. And Mads, this man over here who complains about being 100 but moves like a 20-year-old with dreams of moving sometimes. I mean, he just is the most absurd athlete, but also the most understated and supreme gentleman who is always trying to make sure that you're all right and that your craft is all right and that you're not getting hit in the face or hurt, you know. And that's not always the case in fight scenes. To Benny, who I've known for a while, we're old muckers, but to get to play with him and see, and I adore Wong. I think the world's going to absolutely love that character, and it was a masterstroke on his part. And yeah, they're the people who I get to work with every day on a job like this, and then headed by a director and a mastermind who both know their craft inside out, and you feel safe in the hands of. Parents, I mean, this could go on for a long time. This could be the parents. I haven't touched on school days yet. You know, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. I've worked with some truly inspiring people, and a lot of them on this huge sofa with me.